When it rains, it pours. Niners drop another game, and this time to the Seattle Seahawks, division rival. Hey, this was the first time Geno Smith has beaten the 49ers in his 6 tries. I have to first give kudos, give respect to Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. At the end of the day, they made less mistakes. They made more plays when it counted. And hey, that's why they won the game. I was definitely surprised by the outcome, but are we really faithful? Are you really surprised by this 49ers team that we are a 5-5 squad? We're an average team. I think the talent is there, the names are there, but we're just not playing to that standard that we've set for ourselves under Kyle Shanahan. We got to bring up the injuries. It's a part of the game. It's not the main reason we lost, but it is a part of the game. Bosa was dinged up. Kittle didn't play. Obviously, we know Ayuk is out. The injuries definitely play a part in this game. And I'm not using it as an excuse. I'm just bringing it up. The injuries are a part of the game. There's a stat out there: when Brock Purdy throws an INT this season, we don't win. Every game that he's thrown an interception, we lose that game. Brock Purdy throws an INT today, we lost. We also had double the penalties that the Seahawks did. We had 9 penalties. I think they had 4 or 5. That's not going to get it done. Unfortunately, we are just an average team. Now, one thing that Kyle Shanahan does that is, it's just frustrating to watch every week. When CMC was out, we used Jordan Mason. We used Isaac Guerendo. Jordan Mason has been banged up the last few weeks. He hasn't really looked the same since he sprained his shoulder. He got an AC joint sprain in the shoulder. He really hasn't been the same running back since that injury occurred. And we went to Isaac Guerendo. Isaac Guerendo looked pretty good. A 3rd-round pick this season. He's a rookie, but he looked pretty good filling in. I understand CMC's back. I understand you want to, make him a focal point of the offense, but you have other weapons. Like, why aren't you using Jordan Mason? He only had 2 carries today. Come on, man. That's not going to get it done. Isaac Guerendo is a speed threat when he's on the field. You put him in space. You can use him as a receiver out the backfield. Use him as a running back. Like, he just gets no playing time. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. And you know that Kittle isn't in the game. We know that Kittle obviously is an excellent blocker. He also is a beast in the passing game. So why not use CMC more as a receiver and use Isaac Guerendo and Jordan Mason to run the ball? I just don't get it. But that's the type of season it's been, and that's why our record is what it is. This is why we're 5-5 faithful. We've only won 2 games in a row at one point in this season, and that was right before this game. So, it kind of, this is the season. This is why we're 5-5. We continue to find ways to lose, whether it's on special teams, which is one of the worst special teams unit in the NFL, or if it's Purdy throwing an interception, or whatever the reason is. It may not be our year, but according to the standings, we're only 2 games back. So the season is not lost. We got Green Bay next week, and we got Buffalo after that. Is Green Bay undefeated? No, they've lost several games as well. And we got to go on the road to Green Bay, so that should be a pretty interesting game. But to lose at home to the Seahawks, definitely disappointing. But this is what the 49ers have proven all year. We're just not a consistent team at this point in the season. And part of it is injuries, part of it's vibes, whatever. We're a year older. We were in the Super Bowl last year. There's a lot that goes on, a lot of issues in the offseason, but the Niners definitely disappointed this game against the Seattle Seahawks. Definitely a game that we should have won, but that's what happens. The Seahawks made more plays when they needed, and that's why they won the game. That's why you play the game. You got to make plays when they count. So I just want to say kudos to the Seahawks, man. We're both 5-5, but the Niners season isn't over statistically. we'll see how we respond in Green Bay. That's going to be another tough matchup. But, hey, I appreciate you watching. Jay in the Bay. Feel free to leave your thoughts in them comments. And, hey, I'll see you guys in the next one. Go Niners.